talk us through that performance from Leinster, the frustrations that you guys must have felt for the last 4 weeks? Was that the culmination of it on the pitch that we witnessed at the weekend?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, tough few weeks for not just ourselves but everyone in the country. So we just said that when we get the opportunity to play, we got to be ready. We can't take a game to click, and we needed an 80-minute performance. Obviously, because of what happened in the weeks previous and the decisions that were made about our game against Montpellier, and we realised we needed as much points as we could to put us in the best possible position, and it'll be the same again this weekend. And I think it's a testament to all the hard work that's been done over the last 2 weeks. We spoke about how frustrating it was, but how we need to use that frustration to have a good performance and to play for 80 minutes. And obviously, look, it was a tough day for Montpellier, who have had their struggles the last 2 weeks with COVID as well. And but it was a good performance on our half, and I think it's a really good building block now and to kind of get our season going again.
You guys can only control your own performances, obviously, but we saw at the weekend Montpellier cast the same with Munster with their performance. We're going to see potentially something similar from Bath this weekend. Has it been disappointing that maybe you see how much you guys love this competition and how important Europe is to Leinster, that maybe that's not reflected in all the other clubs that are in this competition?
Look, I think it's a difficult time for everyone. To be fair to Montpellier, they 20 odd cases in the last 2 weeks. It probably wasn't the strongest team they could have put out, but with COVID and things like that, and lads not eligible to play, it was great that they were even able to fulfil the fixture and go ahead with it. So you hear a lot of criticism about them and their performance, but look, their hands were tied in some regard, and we're very grateful that they were able to go ahead with it and we were able to play a match at all. The last thing anyone wants is cancelled games and 28-0 walkovers or whatever the decisions may be. So look, it's again what you said, like, we control what we can control, and we put our best foot forward, and we've done that now.
Last one then on your own performance, Jack. Obviously, look, the year that you've just put down, the form that you're in now, it looks like things are coming together for you at the right time, given just how competitive that back row is.
Yeah, look, I was happy enough. A few mistakes, but probably always the way when you haven't played in a while. Yeah, I'm happy enough with how I'm going, but I'm under no illusions that the competition's so high, not just in Ireland but in Leinster, that if you're not playing at the standard that's needed, there's someone who's ready to step up and take that jersey. And I've had long enough stints on the sideline and not playing to kind of really relish every opportunity I get in the RDS or in the blue jersey. So I'm just trying to make the most of that at the moment, and I always feel like if I'm fit and training well, I'm going to play well, and then I'll put myself in a good position. So in years previous, I've obviously had a lot of setbacks and injuries, as a lot of lads do, and I'm now just lucky enough that I'm kind of going through a decent period where I'm kind of negating those kind of small injuries and things.
Thanks a million, Jack.
Cheers, Jackie. Thank you.
Hi, Jack. Aisling here from Off the Ball. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thanks, Aisling. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Just speaking again on your own performance and the team as a whole, 13 tries and you got 2 yourself. It's a good confidence boost, and that's really important to have that confidence going into the next game. Yeah,
absolutely. For us, it was about performance rather than anything else. Really, we wanted an 80-minute performance. We'd spoken the fact that the last time we played Bath in the Aviva, we felt like we'd left them off the hook in the last kind of 20-25 odd minutes, and how coming into last weekend against Montpellier, we needed every single point that we could, and to do that we needed to play for 80 minutes. So I think everyone from the coaching staff to players are happy with the intent, and again, we probably left a lot of tries out there, especially in the first half. But we played for 80 minutes and we got exactly what we wanted out of it, and it's a great building block for the rest of our European campaign.
And looking at Leinster and the calibre of players that there is it seriously tough and competitive in training for places? Yeah,
absolutely. I think we've got 7 odd international back rowers in Leinster alone, and then you have the likes of Josh Murphy and Scott Penny and stuff, who are just as good and vying for an opportunity and chance to play. So if you're not at your best, there's very, very little room for error or a window to not be performing, because the coaches are so willing to come in and make that decision, to make the change. And look, it's the reason we've been successful so much over the last few years, is because of the standard of training, the standard of player, and obviously the coaching staff and systems that have been put in place. And it's, we look so hard upon ourselves and what we do every day, and it's the match is won or lost a lot before it's even taken place, and if we're training poorly, we know we're not going to perform well. So we're so critical and harsh on ourselves when it comes to what we do every day.
And looking ahead now to the weekend against Bath, what can you expect from them?
I think they've kind of rejuvenated the last few weeks. Obviously, they broke their duct and got that win against Worcester a few weeks back, and it's something that obviously was a long time coming for them. So I'd say there's a sense of relief and a bit of a stepping stone for them. The new defence coach coming in, who's definitely brought a lot more energy. You can see that in the way they've played. And we're under no illusions. We've been to the Rec before, and it's a place where we barely came away with a win. The last time it wasn't for Jordan Larmour getting that intercept, we wouldn't have won the game. So we know it's going to be a tough game, and it's a narrow, tight pitch, which probably doesn't suit us as much as a kind of more expansive, wider pitch. But look, we have the ability to play any style of rugby, and we know we need to be at our best to get the win on the weekend.
Brilliant, Jack. Thank you.
Cheers, Ashton. Thank you.
Hi, Jack. It's Ali here from BT Sport. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. Thanks.
Just a very quick one on the kind of broader element of Leinster's success in Europe over the years. You've had unbelievable success, haven't you? And yet over the last couple of seasons, it's the trophy's gone elsewhere. Is that added motivation? Do you feel like there's a real kind of bite to everything you do in Europe this season?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, we always want to be at the top of the pile when it comes to Europe and even the domestic league as well. We set ourselves a challenge to go and be the first team to win 5 European trophies, and we fell short. So that kind of let down and that bit of despair is something that's fueling us every day. And we want to get back to the top of the pile and be the best team in Europe. And we've been thereabouts the last few seasons, but it's not good enough for the talent and the ability we have in our team and in this building. So we're always pushing ourselves to get right back up there and make sure that we're the best team in Europe. And it's probably something we've fallen short of the last while, but it's always our goal.
Brilliant. Thanks for your time.
Cheers, Ali. Thank you.
Open to the floor there, guys, if anyone has a question. Michael?
Yeah. Hi, Jack. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good. I know Leo was talking about last week, and he mentioned it in the programme notes as well about maybe hoping that there could be some leeway from the organisers about getting 2 points or getting the 28-0 thing overturned. I mean, when you look at the seedings and the amount of maximum points you can get, do you know if Leinster are actively pushing that? Is there a letter in with anyone or an appeal anywhere, or are you just considering it done and dusted at this point?
Look, it's whatever about the coaching staff, they might be thinking about it, but it's definitely not something that the players are worrying about. It's completely out of our hands, so we won't be giving it a second thought. We're wholeheartedly and completely focused on this weekend against Bath, but going over there, putting in performance, getting as many points as we can. And look, those things are out of our control, so we're going to worry about what we can control, and that is to make sure that we go do the job this weekend and put ourselves in a position to have gotten the maximum amount of points that we could have, all things considered. So look, it's Bath this weekend, and then hopefully it doesn't matter who it is after that in Europe. We have the capability and the players to go up against everyone. So no, we're not worrying about any of that. And
you were quite expansive from the very start of Sunday's match. I don't know how much of the Bath La Rochelle match you saw, but there seemed to be, from what you could see through the fog, it seemed to be a lot of powerful movement up front and a lot of stuff around the edges. Do you spot a weakness there that you would maybe change a bit of your plan, adapt it to Bath?
I don't think we're going to change the way we operate and how we do things. I think we have the ability to play any style of rugby, to play Leinster rugby, to play pressure rugby, to kick and put them back in their own half, or to keep it tight and just work them around the corner. We have the bodies that can do it all. So look, those decisions are made by the 9s and 10s on the day. we're always pushing ourselves to have to be really accurate with our skill set, our set piece and things like that, and we'll have to wait and see what Saturday brings.
Just the last one. I think the squad is being announced tomorrow for the Six Nations. I obviously have a job to do this weekend, but in the back of the mind, or does it get the juices flowing? And wouldn't it be great, the way things are going, if it was a full house at the Aviva for that?
Yeah, look, not something anyone's really thinking of here at the moment. Bath this weekend is the most important. But hopefully measures can be lifted and we can get a full crowd in the Aviva or as close to it as possible. It's always so special playing at home for Ireland, having your loved ones and your family there. It makes it extra special. So look, that's again something out of our hands, but please God, it is what happens now in the coming weeks, and whoever gets the opportunity to run out for Ireland against Wales in the start of February, it's going to be a special day.
Thanks, Jack. Best of luck.
Cheers, Michael. Thank you.
Just throwing it to the floor there, guys. If anyone else has a question, I know Jerry Curry's on the call. Jerry, if you want to ask a question, now's your time.
Yeah, hi Jack, Jerry Curry here from Dublin City FM. Just wondering how enjoyable is it to play in the back row with Leinster, and very fluid, a lot of movement there. How much are you enjoying playing in that current format?
Yeah, it's incredibly enjoyable, and I'm enjoying my rugby now more than I ever have previously. To play alongside the likes of Josh and Caelan is something that's really special. Two fantastic athletes and great blokes as well. Two lads get along with really well, and I think we complement each other when we're out there on the pitch, and we're always working hard in tandem and making sure that we're pushing each other to be better, and look, anytime you play for Leinster, it's an honour, and it's something to be enjoyed. And sometimes it's tough to always remember that when the days are long and things don't go your way, but we're incredibly privileged to do what we do, and it's definitely something that's always at the forefront of my mind.